First practice at the Australian Grand Prix, and a big hit for rookie Oliver Bearman in the Haas brought out the red flags.
Are you okay, Ollie?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay, Ollie. The car is safe, as long as you're okay.
He just got wide on the turn-in for 10, missed the turn-in point, and then he's just finding that the grip's not there. As soon as you creep inches out wider, turn in, pick understeer, don't get to that apex, and it's not been rubbing in quite as much. And then he's just snapping, understeering, and then into an oversteer, and off wide, straight to the barriers.
Australia returned to its traditional place in the calendar as the opening round of the 2025 Formula One season. The first Grand Prix held around Albert Park was back in 1996, won by a Williams driver, Damon Hill. The British team have a decent record around here, winning 6 times. Now, with 2 very experienced drivers in Carlos Sainz and Alex Albon, and a car that looks pretty swift, they seem a team on the up. And they look quick in FP1, Sainz with the second best lap of the session, Albon in P6. McLaren can boast a great record in Australia too. Kings of Adelaide and Melbourne 11 times in all. The Woking team are once again to the fore, with Lando Norris stating that he feels the papaya cars are the favourites this weekend. And it was the Briton who came out on top at the flag. His final dash around the circuit, nabbing the fastest time of the day, clocked at 1 minute 17.252. Earlier this week, Oscar Piastri inked a multi-year contract extension that will see the Australian race in McLaren colours for the foreseeable future. He finished P4, some 400ths back from his teammate. Ferrari have the best record in Melbourne, victorious here 10 times in all, with multiple world champions Michael Schumacher and Sebastian Vettel contributing to the majority of those wins. The Scuderia have another one of the greats driving for them now. 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton, who's no slouch around these streets. 8 times he's been on pole down under, but only twice has he tasted the victor's champagne. The last time, a full decade ago. He had the honour of the first lockup of the weekend, his Ferrari's front right smoking as he approached turn 3. However, it was Charles Leclerc who seemed to be the hooked-up driver in red, setting the 3rd best time. Defending drivers champ Max Verstappen was pushing hard, putting a wheel in the gravel at turn 7. The Red Bull rapid through the bends, finishing a fine 5th. Several new faces on the grid this year, not all of them complete newbies. Liam Lawson, formerly of Racing Bulls, has been upgraded to a Red Bull seat next to Max, and was also flirting with the margins in FP1, clipping the wall at one point and rearranging one of the trackside camera positions in the process.
I touched the wall just on the entry of turn 9, like just brushed it.
Okay, we'll have a look.
Yeah, we often do see the odd wheel bang here or there that used to be suspension pieces flaking away. Now they can get away with it a little bit more, and it looks like Lawson is one of those who thankfully has gotten away with that.
So, how did the rest of the new kids do? Isaac Hadjar had the bragging rights, putting his Racing Bull into the top 10. Kimi Antonelli, on his Mercedes debut, finished P14, and the unfortunate Bearman was last after his early exit. Jack Doohan finished P13 and shifted some gravel at turn 7, one of several drivers to do so, which caused a brief red flag at one point to allow the stray stones to be cleared. Alpine teammate Pierre Gasly, now a veteran of more than 150 Grand Prix starts, had a moment at turn 11. Reigning F2 champion Gabriel Bortoleto seems to have his work cut out in the Kick Sauber. The team finished rock bottom last term and didn't seem to be making any inroads this time out, although Bortoleto did beat teammate Nico Hülkenberg in the session, P15 for the Brazilian, 3 places better than the German. Mercedes' George Russell found the barriers in the dying seconds, ending the session slightly early, with the leaderboard looking like this. Norris P1 ahead of Sainz, Leclerc, Piastri, Verstappen, Albon, Russell, Fernando Alonso, Hadjar and Lance Stroll. P11 for Yuki Tsunoda, then came Hamilton, Doohan, Antonelli, Bortoleto, Lawson, Gasly, Hülkenberg, Esteban Ocon and Ollie Bearman.